Hi everyone and welcome again to ZCodeSystem. Here we develop an automated system to help you win big. It doesn't matter what sport you're betting on, we've got you covered. Before we get into some NFL action, for week 2 I want to invite you to join. You'll have access to the VIP club section. It has all these tools across the top to help you make your picks. Okay, so we're into swing here in the NFL season, week 2. There are plenty of interesting matchups, some interdivisional games, and a rematch of the Super Bowl. So let's get started. There's 14 games on the list. We will take a look at 4 of them, and you can take a look at the other ones at your convenience. The Bills and the Jets. In this AFC East battle, you see the Bills coming in off of a wild come-from-behind win over the Ravens, 41-40, and the Jets are coming off of a last-second loss to the Steelers, 34-32. So the statuses are burning hot and ice cold down. You see the Bills are a 6.5-point favorite with odds of 1.323 to 3.5, and the over-under sitting at 46.5. You notice that the Bills are a 4.5-star game-winning pick, and although the Jets have an 83% chance here of covering the spread, overall it's a 78% chance of a Buffalo win. The score prediction here, 38-14. Take this with a grain of salt because it's only 24% confidence. This is likely to change quite a bit between now and game time. There's an 83% chance of a tight game that might be decided by one goal, and the projection for the over is close to 70% at 67%. Head-to-head wise, it was all Buffalo last year, winning both games, 40-14 at home, and a 3-point win on the road. On the Power Ranks indicator, you can see Buffalo skyrocketed up to plus 30, and it was the Jets at plus 10. Let's take a look at the movement in the money line. It opened at 1.24. You can see there was a sharp move detected against the Bills, and then there's a sharp move detected in favor of the Bills in a very short period of time, and everything kind of balanced itself out, and it's now at 1.323. In the end, I like this to be a Bills win, but I do think the Jets can cover, and it's going to be a higher scoring one, so let's go over the line. Okay, the next game we want to look at is an NFC North battle between the Bears and the Lions. Both teams coming off of an opening week loss. The Bears falling by 10 at home to the Vikings, and the Lions looked kind of out of sorts and didn't really play well at all against the Packers, losing 27-13. The score prediction is in favor of the Bears here by 4, but you notice the confidence is very low yet at only 30%. Note that the Bears are a 5-star underdog value pick, and also 5-star is over the line at 70% chance of being over. Okay, an 85% chance though it's going to be a tight game that might be decided by one score. Head-to-head last year, it was Detroit winning both games, winning more comfortably on the road by 17 and edged a 3-point win at home. Let's take a look at the money line. If we take a look at the money line, opened at 1.429. This is the Lions money line, and you can see there was some movement, not a huge amount of movement, and it's now currently at 1.364. So in the end, I think this is going to be a Lions win, but I like the Bears to cover. So it's going to be a good contest, good divisional battle like they usually are, and I think it's going to be a higher scoring game, so let's go over the line. Cleveland, Baltimore, another good game, but again, I'm only going to be doing 4 of these, so if you scroll down through here, there's going to be a lot of games here that we're not going to take a look at. But again, you can take a look at these if you wish. A lot of divisional battles here. You see the Giants and the Cowboys. New England within a divisional battle as well. 49ers and Saints. At one time, that could have been a good battle, but I don't think so this time. And the next game we want to look at is a rematch of the Super Bowl, so we'll get to that in a moment. And Denver and Indianapolis, that should be a good game. Okay, and that's actually the next one that we want to look at instead of the Eagles. Excuse me, this was definitely one we want to look at. Okay, so both teams coming in burning hot, both coming off of Week 1 wins. Denver by 8 over Tennessee, and the Colts by 25 over the Dolphins. So that was a dominant performance there. In this game here, you can see it's a very tight odds. It's almost like a toss of a coin here. It's 1.5-point favorite for Denver, Odds of 1.8 to 2.05. Both teams are burning hot. The over-under is rather low at 42.5, yet it's a 5-star for that to be to go under with a 68% chance. If you look here at the top here, it's a 52 to 48% chance for Denver compared to Indianapolis of winning the game. And we take a look at a couple other things. Both teams are burning hot coming into play. Here's a score prediction of 23 to 18 in favor of Denver, which would be an underlying score. The confidence is relatively high at 68%. 100% chance of winning rate predicting the last 6 Denver games. Denver won 100% as a favorite in the last 5 games. So odds are looking good for Denver in this one. So let's take a look at a few other things though before we make the pick. On the power ranks indicator, you can see these two teams are neck and neck here. The Colts with a slight edge, 28 to 27. Head-to-head, the teams met last year in December in Denver, with Denver wiping them out. It was a 31 to 13 game, not even a contest in that one. Let's take a look at the money line here. And look at this, a lot of movement. It started at 1.521. This is the Denver Broncos money line. You can see it here, right here. The smart money is coming in on the Colts at this point here, but take a look overall. This was a 1.8 odds. So you can see that Denver opened as a bigger favorite. More money started to come in on the Colts and it leveled out to 1.8. So now it's nearly a toss-up game. So I think this is going to be the Broncos to edge the Colts. I still think Denver has a better team. I think there'll be a 3-point margin of victory, but I'm going to pass on the over-under. And the last game is a rematch of the Super Bowl, the Eagles and the Chiefs. The Eagles are coming in off of a win, a sloppy one at that, but they did come off of a win, 24-20, while the Chiefs lost to the Chargers, 27-21. So there's a couple interesting things here. I'll get into more of that after I go through the basics here. It's a 1.5-point favorite for the Eagles, and the over-under is at 46.5. You notice the under, 96% chance for being under. The Eagles have won 80% as a favorite in the last 5 games, and they have a 52% chance of winning this one. You can see the odds are very close in favor of the Eagles, 1.87 to 1.952. Score prediction is for the Eagles by 13, but the confidence in the prediction is very low right now, so take that with a grain of salt. Let's see here. Take a look at a couple other things. On the power ranks indicator, the Eagles are up near the top at 29, and the Chiefs dipped after their opening week loss from 16 down to 9. So here's a couple of things that are interesting after we take a look at the money line. You see it opened. This is Eagles money line. Eagles underdog, 2.05. So this is the underdog status. And now there's some movement. The Eagles are now the favorites here. It was at 1.83. And even though it's going back, it got back a little bit. 1.87. It's currently at 1.833 again. So the Eagles are 1.5-point favorites. Now, here's the thing that's interesting. The Chiefs, definitely a revenge factor. The Chiefs at home, the Chiefs desperately don't want to go 0-2, yet they're still 1.5-point underdogs. That's kind of telling me something here. I like the Eagles by a field goal, but going to pass on the over-under. Okay, there you have it. Those are the games for the NFL for Week 2. Happy betting, and see you next time.